Welcome back to KCTV English News. I'm Jared Collette. The Jeju Island Superintendent of Education is considering providing educational disaster support funding to all elementary, middle, and high school students in Jeju. The Superintendent of the Office of Education, Lee Sok-moon, responded to a question brought forth by Kang Min-sok, a provincial councillor, during the Q&A session on the 24th. She asked about the plans to return unused budgeted funding to students, such as on-site experience learning expenses, which were canceled by the recent COVID-19 epidemic. Lee says he is working on a plan to set aside an extra funding of 2% of the total budget of the Jeju Provincial Education Office, worth 1.2 trillion won, in order to provide local currency certificates for students aged 7 and older. They requested that the Provincial Council cooperate with the revision of the ordinance. Jeju has been receiving online applications for COVID-19 disaster emergency living support funding since the 20th, and starting this week, the island is also receiving applications in person through community centers. In order to apply for the emergency funding, residents must bring their identification card, driver's license, or passport. As with online applications, a 5-day system is being applied based on the last digit of the applicant's year of birth. Anyone can apply online regardless of their year of birth on Saturdays and Sundays. More than 29,000 households in the province applied for the funds during the 4 days from 20th to the 23rd. Almost 9.5 billion won was paid to 91%, or 27,000 of the households that applied. Small business owners in Jeju have experienced worsened business difficulties since the start of the COVID-19 crisis. According to a survey conducted by the Jeju Research Institute by sampling over 1,000 small business owners in Jeju, the percentage of workplaces that has less than 3 million won in monthly sales before COVID-19 increased from 15% to 47% after the COVID-19 crisis. Out of all small businesses in Jeju, those with sales of more than 15 million won fell sharply to 18.2% from 35.4% after the COVID-19 crisis. After the epidemic, 80% of small business owners said they saw a drop in sales. The drop was followed by rent burdens, operating costs, and labor costs. This week's holiday should be a welcome boost to the local economy. The Fair Trade Commission has approved Jeju Air's acquisition of eStar Airlines. The FTC announced that they have reviewed and made an exception to approve Jeju Air's eStar Jet business M&A. They recognized eStar Jet as a non-recoverable company defined by the Fair Trade Act. eStar Jet's capital erosion has continued since 2013. Recovery was deemed to be difficult due to accumulated operating deficits in the aftermath of the Japanese boycott and COVID-19. Illegal immigrants whose departure flights have been suspended due to COVID-19 are allowed to voluntarily report their departure without booking a ticket. The Jeju Immigration and Foreign Affairs Office announced that the departure date can be postponed for up to 30 days after receiving a voluntary departure report. This policy is valid on the condition that they must leave the country as soon as the flight service resumes. If the flight schedule does not resume within 30 days, they will have to apply for another extension. A penalty fee will be imposed on anyone who leaves after the voluntary departure period, which ends on June 30th. We're glad you were able to join us again today at KCTV English News. Please follow us on YouTube at KCTV eNews Jeju and on KCTV's VOD service. I'm Jared Collette. Take care.